Okay, let's talk a little bit about the tabs that sit inside of row 64 and how workflows can generate or be generated in row 64. So the moment you open up row 64, you have two tabs that'll be opened. You'll have your Spreadsheet tab and then you'll have your Dataframe tab. Okay, the Spreadsheet tab is obviously a spreadsheet, a fully featured spreadsheet that you can do like standard equals sum and standard spreadsheet style formulas to run some sort of analysis or summary. The data frame tab is a data frame visualizer. So if you think about how you typically look at data frames, what you would normally do is perhaps in Python you would use Jupyter notebooks and you would print the data frame, right? And you would, unfortunately, it would print a console, and if you're working with massive data sets, it doesn't really give you the whole data frame. It gives you whatever number of maximum rows. So I think the default is maybe 50 or 60, but it shows you the first 50 and then it gets rid of the middle ground and then it shows you the last 50, right? But if you're working with large amounts of data, it is very difficult to visualize it without actually having it in a spreadsheet style format. So row 64 created the data frame tab in order for analysts to actually see the entire data set, right? And then we also lastly then have also a notebook tab. So if I click on notebook will open up a brand new tab, and this is really meant for really advanced users of Python. It brings together additional workflows that were not typically available prior, but for most people, I think that most people will actually work and prefer to work inside the data frame tab. Not only, like I said, that it's a great visualizer, but you can obviously create massive amounts of code very quickly by using the data frame recipes or the data science recipes that are inside of that tab. So as an example, like let's say for example, I was going to load some data, right? I'm just going to quickly show you a pair plot here. And if you click on PairPlot and you just take a look at quickly, for a non-Python coder, the syntax is just you need to load your data into the data frame and then you need to do a pair plot on the data. It makes total sense, right? If you want to see the underlying Python pinning that, I always recommend to click on both right here, and then you can quickly see the Python that was generated. But more importantly, you can quickly customize your data to show additional information or have some custom work. So I know based off PairPlot, there's you can change the hue, or you can identify a column that is where your hues or categories sit. So if I did something like this and I hit run, you can quickly see that on the right here, the visualization will just quickly appear. And it's great because if you're looking at the code, you're like, hey, what's going on here? Okay, obviously I'm working with Pandas because I'm importing Pandas, right? And then I'm obviously also working with a visualization tool known as Seaborn. So you can see it here, what's actually going on here. You're calling Seaborn, you're calling PairPlot, and then you're ingesting in the data frame, and then you're basically calling out and changing the default from none to specifying this column name here. So it's just a really powerful way for people to quickly work, and can kind of be intermediate and fast. But the best way to think of the data frame is it's the middle ground between a spreadsheet and also the notebook. Anyway, I hope you found that really helpful. Let me know if you need anything else. Thanks, guys. Bye. Visit us at row64.com and make sure that you register for our forums where you can ask questions, request new features, report bugs, and talk to us as well as engage in our active community. We really thank you for joining us today and welcome to the future of data science.